Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. The one and only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland, off you to 1v1 on Villa Fiore in the northwest. It is Noob fighting for America, freedom, democracy, and liberty. Here with the US
Pioneers standing
3rd Armored Division. In the southeast, it is Z fighting here for the German Army. Deutschland with the Triple Pioneer start forming up here with the 26th Panzer Division. 6th Panzer Grenadier Company here going in hard. No battle group chosen yet for either side. Scouts and riflemen out of Noob. As always, big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast, and a big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking my videos. Helps out immensely with the YouTube algorithms. Well, others like to, bury my videos. Triple Pioneers Grenadiers out of Z. So this one slavic matchup continues, I suppose. Or riflemen on the way there for Noob. More infantry. South side Pioneers pushing east. Of course, the Triple Pioneer side is something you might see some players go for versus USF, because it just means you get more capture power versus them. Of course, you will have less immediate sort of direct combat power, but against USF for some players that's gotta be pretty difficult in the early game anyway. So just focus more on just grabbing as much as you can and just, making, like, maybe some headway here and there. Either way, Grenadiers sloping forwards here, advancing in the south. So that's more of a southern focus. Interesting choice here, because it does mean he can't easily protect his northern field point in comparison. But of course, in that sense, he might actually be hoping to push for this field point, and he's just using this sort of as a decoy to maybe turn down Noob. But again, Noob here is going aggressively on the field point up north. He's obviously looking to mess here with Z's early game here. So Zed really needs to make this in the south work, or he's going to really fall behind the field race here in the early game, because Noob, it's clear already it's showing signs. He's looking to, just gain that field edge against his opponent, which again can really match. In the case of the USF, that means he can maybe rush out bars or crucially Greyhound fast, and so that might not even then have, like, really the firepower to respond to that. That's sort of the dangerous moment here already now for Set that sort of might appear, meaning he needs to get this field point fast and also somehow, maybe get this back as well. So over here, challenges are appearing for Zen, as Noob is just playing the game very aggressively. Brutally so. And he's out here again. Note, he's probably standing out. This just has a better chance of, like, getting an idea of what's going on there, so he can, like, move into SST or get into heavy cover. And there you go. Glennie's going to catch the raft squad here. He's going to quickly fall back to take cover as soon as he's got the fuel point. He's obviously not intending to get it connected. He's just trying to keep it out of Zet's hands as long as possible. So this can work out fairly for him. In the south, though, more troops pouring in. Glennie's Pioneers linking up again, just looking to keep the fuel here in control. So a lot of Pioneers here up close with the Grenadiers. They can actually sort of have a chance against Rifle, of course, up close to Rifle. Just quickly focus down the Pioneers. Mark scored a wipe here. Yup, that's it. One Grenadier Rifle squad pushed back. The other one should also be forced off here. Up north again, we're seeing another Grenadier Pioneer sort of engagement here. This can also be another reason then go for a lot of Pioneers. It's just you have more Pioneers to support your Grenadiers. Since obviously, again, individually not great, but working together, they can overcome Rifle squads somewhat.
Grenadiers assembled.
And there you go. Push back the Rifle squad there. More Grenadiers up for Zed. More Rifle for Noob. Very infantry heavy approaches there. We might see an MD4 ahead of Zed, but I'll also not be surprised not to see one. For those wondering why, the answer is basically the USF mortar has a bit of a habit of rendering the MD42 not that great. In particular, once it hits Veterans 1 and gets the burst shell, having an MD42 becomes a bit dangerous. So Breakthrough here for Zed. Maybe some officers' quarters as well. Though, of course, again, with the way the field situation looks, he might feel less keen on that. But again, Veterans 1 with MP40 Grenadiers is typically an otherwise solid combo. But there you go. Both fuel points having the end fall into the hands of the German army, despite very good attempts here by Noob to keep them out of his hands. Men here of Abel and Baker squad there moving forwards. Followed up there by Charlie. Grenadiers moving in here. Luftwaffe Company here for Z. Most players, I think, he would actually go for the Panzer Grenadier Company, get some Pack 40s, maybe some Panzer Grenadiers, Stummels, but again, we could also move towards armored cars, Jaegers, maybe some Flaks, even Vibblins and Marders. We'll have to see, of course, here. No MP40s there, though, for any of Z's Grenadier. At least as of yet, he has the munitions. His men are not quite getting there. Got rapid production. That could look like an armored car is going to rush out as his first priority here. He can that get out really fast. That could actually catch here Noob a bit off guard. Okay, Noob cancelled the 4th Rifle Squad instead going, oh, goes for it again, but wanted out that infantry supports in the first. Yes, armored coming rushed out by Z and the 26th Infantry Division, so armored car rush, if you will. Not the most common strategy actually here out of the Wehrmacht, but does make sense since it can basically hit a bit fast and say, you know, obviously grounds and whatnot, so if your opponent's not expecting it, it can do some damage to your opponent. So that's clearly the intent here by Z. Thumbs up. But again, really rare, I feel like, to see this kind of strategy. Not impossibly so, just not very common. So we'll have to see how Nuke responds to this, because he's clearly not expecting this. Because only one squad is retreating here, quickly realizing, you know, this could get ugly. Particularly Z, for some reason, actually goes for multiple 2-to-1s here. I don't think he will, but he could. Fuel pumps being hit again. Very disruptive strategy again. Really looking like just messing up here with the Noob's economy like Noob did to him. There's a lot of roaming about here, but looks like he's not going for more armored cars. Yeah, this match is really heating up here. Up north here, Captain getting the Pioneers, almost got a fuel point. Breakthrough tactics activated at that. Good golly, really powerful disruptive strategy there again. Breakthrough definitely one of those slightly more overlooked abilities, but in the right hands can really have some nasty map control out of the Wehrmacht player. And that's clearly what Z is aiming for here, disruptive control. Not necessarily looking to just hold it all, but just looking to starve Noob here fuel. That is definitely very naughty. He has gone for armored, so he's clearly hoping to, like, you know, maybe rely on some armored cars himself. But the way that now Z is just flexing this aggressive map control against him, it becomes much tougher for Noob to pull it off. We got Jaegers out here. Grenadiers going to catch Ralph squad here. MP40's laying loose. Quickly sprinting out there. Looking to link up with the other Grenadiers. Maybe get an armored counter assist as well. Here we'll have to see. Got the cutoff on this one. Not that it really matters at this point, but it obviously sends a signal here to Noob. And we got the support elements out of Z as well. Likely available in flat pants under these current circumstances. Like, he could also, of course, go for the Marder 3 Model M, but it's not exactly anything he needs to worry about for now. So the Villain is, I think, by far the more likely choice. We do get grenades here for Noob. Noob definitely feeling the heat here. Going in with the armored car, the machine gun blazing into the Amerikaner. Riflemen moving in northwards, and we got more riflemen and scouts sneaking in. Jaegers there with the G43s, catching Ralph squad in a bit of a tough spot. Quickly hauling into cover. And the armored car there also playing a bit more carefully. At this point, I imagine Noob's concern is, of course, anti-tank grenades. He hasn't seen any grenades yet, but he's clearly operating under the assumption that Noob is going to hit with it. And we got a weapon support center, so Noob already, of course, here with the fuel situation is adapting. Thumbs up, by the way. He's going to go for bazooka teams, I think, to help deal with the armored car. Probably also like any other stuff you might see out of Z. Of course, once you see armored cars and Jaegers, Wirbelwinds are not impossible. And I imagine it's the Wirbelwind that right now is probably giving Noob a bit of a case of the concerns. Armored car withdrawing. So, rather hefty fighting here so far. Then he's flanking around, catching Ralph squad here, pushing them back. Might even score a up. Yeah, he's trying for it. We got the sprint here, trying to catch up with the retreating riflemen. Almost got them, but can he get that few shots in there to finish off the retreating riflemen? Close, though. Really close. Even got the armored car racing in. So close. He's almost got it. Can it get through the gate? Yes. The gate was no match for an armored car. So again, leveraging aggressive map control, rushing out not just an armored car, but a Wirbelwind. And again, breakthrough there, or rapid production, boom, fast flak panzer. So Z there is absolutely just putting the pedal to the metal here, and he is not slowing down there. Go, Ralph Scorch being caught deep with the flak panzer fear, charging ahead for das Fahrtsland. And there you go, Noob with the double bazooka team. We got Scots, we got veteran crews. I imagine he's going to go, though, for a Sherman EC8 call-in at this rate. Because I imagine Noob is quite aware that with the way things are currently going, he's not going to have the resource easily afford, like, tech for an EC8 and then being able to build it. That is not a luxury that Noob is currently, like, thinking about, and probably should push that somehow of the turret there. My God, this thing! Wait, is it made out of styrofoam? Yeah, so as Italians are couldn't afford real marble. So much for Mussolini's economic miracle, eh? Captain Rifle moving in there. Second Bazooka team arriving. Breakthrough again, just consistently utilizing it, which is definitely where it gets very powerful. Because it lasts quite a bit of while there. It doesn't have a big cooldown, so if you just keep utilizing it aggressively, it can give your opponent a hard time. And we got Noob here with the Scott. Steady push here out of Noob and the 3rd Armored Division. Last one with the Flak Panzer. Second Bazooka team almost done. Jaegers Grenadiers moving up. Scott racing in here. Of course, the Noob does not, or Z, I mean, doesn't have like any anti-tank assets. Besides Panzerfaust, it goes for another Beeblebin. Clearly not too worried about the Scott. Bazooka team here setting up, trying to catch the Beeblebin. There we go. Second Flak Panzer there out of Z here. Clearly emptying the anti-aircraft unit. If anything, self-propelled. Up north here, Radical Scott support team with the Grenadiers here. They may have MP40s, but they're not explosive proof. Could of course consider the officers' quarters here for Z to make his Vibrants and Jaegers and Armored Car even better in terms of just experience gain. Would help him out quite a bit. Route call there being assailed. Flak Panzer going at it. Double Flak Panzers really going at it. Up north here, Scott withdrawing and again hitting that fuel point there. Just Z is relentless. Merciless. Fearless. Victory points wise, it's actually surprisingly close though despite everything.
Commandant, you have command points available.
And we got the Armored Car upgraded to deal with the Scott, but imagine also as an, oh no, option in case Nuke does like, manage them with something else. There you go. Panzerbüchse gets a good shot off. There you go. Bazooka teams to the rescue. Catching the 2-1-2.8 in a bit of a tough spot. There you go. Scott taking a lot of damage here. Bazooka teams engaging the Flak Panzer. Nuke there with a back against the wall, though keeps fighting the good fight for freedom, even as the German army is pouring across the entirety of the map here. So Nuke is definitely a tough spot, and there you go. We do get improved M9 bazooka rockets for increased damage on them. I mean, he was going to have to rely on bazookas. He definitely wants them to do as much damage as possible. Deal with increasing number of Flak Panzers. Of course, after the set goes for even more Flak Panzers, he's going to tech up, or what he will do here.
The ability is ready for use.
Bazooka team's moving up there. Pioneers forced to withdraw here. Massive concentration around the center here of German flak fire. Pioneers there swinging in to assist, cover the southern flank here in case Noob might look to flank around, though he's seemingly just using the bazooka team's head on. And we got a third Flak Panzer there to Z. Noob's nightmare is only getting worse. North here, Grenadiers again on an assault mission towards the fuel point there is giving Noob there the Gripblies. And we got the third Flak Panzer ready. There's a lot of stuff they need repairs. Grenade and the Grenadiers. Retreat there. And we got the Flak Panzer and we got the bazooka team that could assist if he's not careful. And this is actually where things get really risky. This is actually a bad call there by Set moving in a Flak Panzer that heavily damaged. Third bazooka team for Noob. Can't blame him. Again, that's a lot of Flak Panzers, and he doesn't really have a lot of other great options at the moment. Then he's holding up your ramp squad, closing in.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Third bazooka team ready. Grenades there. Could try grenade in retreat path as well, though maybe he does need it. Yeah, it does look like he won't. That does mean is that we'll be finally punished for extending here. Or does he get away with it? A cheeky little... No, he doesn't get away with it. That's a small win there for Noob. A bit of punishment against Zet there and the sheer flak forces he is unleashing. Need to get that fuel point back again. I mean, he's really just doing such an effective, job. They're just throttling Noob's fuel economy. Truly the worst nightmare of America. Well, that and ambulances. Up north here, Captain going for that fuel point there. A victory point looking to like stall the bleeding as Z is down to build up more bleed. He's going for 4 flak panzers. I mean, currently just his current style is working. I mean, if Nuke were able to like get out like serious tanks, obviously overcoming to that many flak panzers would not work out nearly as well. But his strategy is so laser focused on denying Nuke fuel also means Nuke can't easily go for tanks.
Tactics are available for vehicle crews.
And if he can't go for, like, tanks himself, he can't easily counter this. I mean, he can't even say go for the Chaffee easily. Did he lose a Scot and then call in another one? I think so. I mean, I don't think going for Scots against this many flak panzers is ideal there personally, but that's just my opinion anyways. But 1640 here. Bit of a hit there on the flak panzer. And he's in the south here. Certainly a bit of a challenge here for Nuke, to put it mildly. Again, 4 flak panzers is definitely bad news for any infantry being caught by it. No two ways around it. 4th Pacific team for Nuke because, I mean, it doesn't really again have a lot of options to this, as apparently Z has just almost emptied an entire flak panzer company at this point already. There you go, Bazooka's going to catch on the flank here. Scott being swarmed right in trouble, he could snare off here. Unit wiped. Snares off here, there you go, more Bazooka fire. Scott just got shredded there. No mercy there, out of Z. Up north here, Jaeger's pushing back the captain. Fuel point again, just so consistent. Strategy to have harassment, and honestly at this point I think Nuke just needs to go out on the Scot until he has something to like to deal with all of this. And there you go, Bazooka team there, letting loose on the flak panzer. Several bazookas though go wide. Z hitting nearby masonry, and that's about it. Heavy fire, the bazooka crews are taking immense casualties, but they are doing damage. The problem is, it's clearly not enough. Lost the Jaegers up north here. Even if Nuke was struggling elsewhere, he was able to see an opportunity to do heavier damage to Z and get some wipes. And so thumbs up to him at least on that right. But now, we got flak panzers pursuing here. His army enters base, it would appear. Will he fully commit, or will he just stop here and just start shooting at stuff, I suppose, at the fringes? Close call, I would say, there for Nuke. And a 5th flak panzer. This is definitely a bit bananas. Though again, I can see the logic. I mean, his fuel control is so near complete, and particularly with Nuke constantly going for Scots, well, constantly, but he's going for several Scots here. It does become hard for him to get things out that might, threaten the flak panzers without being shredded by the flak panzers, like the Scots or the bazooka teams. That's definitely adding some complications there, and I think Nuke definitely needs to consider his strategy in other ways. He's going for BARs, which I feel like it's not the ideal choice here. I mean, he's only up against 2 Grenadier Squads in the moment, plus some Pioneers. It's not like Z is hitting him with a lot of infantry. I mean, obviously, having an advantage over what infantry there is isn't a bad idea, but I feel like with this many flak panzers just driving about, the priority probably should be in more anti-tank assets.
Should be assigned when possible.
Almost had 1 flak panzer there, but every rocket seemed to just miss, which is phenomenal luck there for Z. Again, activates the force field. Yeah, they have a force field. Yeah. Do you think he survives this long? Only especially Norfolks? Really? Nein, we're just getting lucky, Doomkopf. Yeah, BARs again. If, like, say Z was to, like, suddenly go for more infantry, obviously having the bars ready would be great, but in other ways, not too ideal. Okay, there we go. That obviously is where, like, having the bars ready is going to be really handy with Z calls in a Starstorm squad. Thumbs up, at least there, I guess. And obviously Z does need some more troops here. particular with all these bazooka teams, he does need something that can just, you know, shred the bazooka teams without getting shredded in return.
Maintain the front line. The enemy have
Popping out the Starstorm, we got a 5th bazooka team out for Noob because he just needs more volume. This match is definitely going some places.
We have lost control of a victory point.
This match is absolutely going some places. Of course, had Noob gone for like any other battleground than Armoured, he probably would have more choices against all this. Like, had it been airborne, he could have airdropped anti-tank guns by now, had bazookas with petrol with bazookas. Had he gone for, you know, spare cops, you could have like the SSF commanders out with bazookas, advanced infantry rangers that could have dropped in bazookas. F Company. Got one of the Flak Panzers finally. With a bit of an alpha strike there, bit of a bazooka blob. But at the same time, I do get the logic here because he just needs these Flak Panzers to die. So again, he just needs to like unleash these massive death volleys and just cause these things to explode as fast as possible.
We have vehicles ready to be deployed.
So what will Zet do next and what will Noob do next? Okay, there we go. He's lining up for the calling EC8.
Sector now under enemy control.
The Rent-a-Brad pit.
Engines running.
Is it a Rent-a-Brad? Anyways, Glenny's been forward here. Route squad clashing as we got the massive wall bazooka teams here. Opposite at this point, Zet might actually want to consider an MG42 just to make it easy to deal with them.
Blitzkrieg is now in effect. Advance.
Grenades on the Starstorm there, taking a lot of damage there. Rushing in with the 2-1 there, I think just to draw fire away from the Flak Panzer, allow him to get close here. He just threw that away, knowing he doesn't really... Oh, there we go again. One shot there, another Flak Panzer there. And charging in there, hunting down the retreating bazooka teams. Guns blazing, he can pop Blitzkrieg here. Going for another one here. Will he dive into the base? Yes. Zet fearlessly charges in there. He is on the hunt. He smells blood. That or cordite, considering all the stuff that's been firing off there. There we go, falls back. Just a trail of, well, definitely not strawberry jam, that. Falling back with the Flak Panzers, half to then by doing a bit of reinforcement. Could upgrade to an ambulance here for frontline healing. Wouldn't be a half bad choice. Of course, you can also have the Grenadiers do the healing. 217 versus 393. Another push here by Noob. Not there's much else to do. Just looked like he dumped him there. Just... At least it doesn't have to walk long there to pick them up. Okay, he just gave up there. Ah, man, he's covered in strawberry jam. That's not jam, Bob. It isn't. You're a medic, damn it.
Commander, we have command points that still require assignment.
So, closing on the Sherman easy, at which point, of course, Zet will get a very, very rude surprise. So he's definitely not ready for that. We also got mechanized infantry tactics here, 2 thumbs up. Actual infantry in half tracks. Wunderbar. Bazooka Horde again moving forwards, knocking out the half track. Not much of a surprise there.
Commandant,
should have probably withdrawn it just a bit once he delivered his, you know, package there, knowing there's a swarm of bazooka teams about there. Noob, though, really close to that Sherman easy. Really close, like, you know, really, I think, giving Zet here a nasty surprise. Because, again, Zet's current force is just hyper-focused on murdering Noob's infantry. If, again, suddenly something like an easy hit were to appear, this entire strategy would fall apart. And there you go, Brad Pitt has arrived. And he goes for another Flak Panzer. He's back to 5, but again, this really means Zet right now has no significant counter these. He's got like 2 Pantherfausts, and that's it. Like, he put all of his eggs into one Flak Panzer shaped basket. And now, shall we say, it's time to pay the piper. In this case, the pit. They've almost got the Grenadier squad here. Noob, I imagine, is playing a bit cautiously because he doesn't know if Zed is like, you know, has prepared for the Shermanese yet at this point. He hasn't, but Noob doesn't quite know that, and obviously he's not gonna, like, I think, assume too easily his opponent hasn't prepared for it either. That would obviously be a bit risky. Could cause him to lose the game. But yeah, caging here, the Flak Panzers. Bazooka team's flying up as well here. Massive wall rockets, almost got one of the Flak Panzers. Then he's been pushed back. Almost got a second Flak Panzer here. Again, close calls there for Noob. Marder 3M on the way there for Zed. And of course can rush it out.
Tank destroyer is ready for combat.
Meanwhile, we got demolition package here for Noob. This is actually a really smart move because he's got a lot of ammunitions. He can lay down a bunch of anti-tank mines, and they can possibly, like, you know, block the Flak Panzer 2 maybe at the right time because they're either going to get, you know, be low on health and then get knocked out, or they're going to get more or less close to immobilized and then easily finished off. Definitely would not typically recommend this. And again, this kind of strategy can work to an extent, but if your opponent's able to, like, you know, get past it, as Noob did here, as you can see, it does hit a bit of a wall.
We have command points.
And that's basically Zed's problem right now. He's hit that wall, and so far he seems very much concerned with sticking to it rather than adapting to this point. Mines being laid down here.
Victory point lost.
Thumbs up. Guessing anti-tank mines. I mean, it could also lay down regular mines, obviously. Perfectly acceptable, but obviously against, you know, a swarm of Flak Panzers supported by Marders. Anti-tank mines are clearly, I think, going to be the superior pick here. But we'll have to see. Marding southwards. Looks like we might move to support the southern push here from Zed and the 26th Panzer Division. Victory points, whilst I said, also continues to have a big lead. There we go. Flak Panzer platoon is on the move. Though I think Flak Panzer platoons would not have been 5 tanks, they'd be more like 3 tanks per platoon. Generally, if I remember correctly. I might be remembering correctly. North East points being seized. EC going to go for the base.
Company taking damage. The enemy have taken our territory.
How will Zed respond? I mean, he could try and flank up behind. He'd get behind him. You've got the Bazooka teams joining in here, wreaking havoc. He's definitely trying to force Zed to respond. Got the infantry company down.
Our territory is exposed.
There go attacking from the southwest towards Noob's forces. Cut off point hit there.
Blitzkrieg is now in effect.
And we got Blitzkrieg. He's charging in for Deutschland. The Flak Panzers are blitzing slowly. And of course, part of the issue, of course, all these bazooka teams. Grenadiers start swimming in. Flak Panzer taking damage there. We've got infantry's getting shredded here. So much shots here going off. The EC withdrawing, mines exploding here. Grenadiers taking losses. Flak Panzers charging in there. Marder following up. EC8, they're keeping pace. Bazooka teams are getting crushed here, decimated, annihilated. They are practically melting beneath the white hot glowing guns of the Flak Panzers. All those flak failings just unloaded, I don't know how many thousands of rounds in a matter of minutes. They managed to do heavy damage here to Noob. He lost almost every bazooka team. And in comparison, Zed for once didn't actually lose too much. That is brutal here for Noob. Absolutely brutal. This little plan there kind of backfired on him. Did not have enough mines, and crucially, I don't think he actually laid down any anti-tank mines, which again would have been quite helpful there against all of these things. Bring in the EC8, we've got the Marder Fleet there at the ready, engaging the Sherman EC8 there. Brat Pit getting hammered. Noob needs to rapidly adapt here, and we got another Flak Panzer that puts him up to like 6 of them, which is honestly bonkers. And Marder there gaining Vetri too. Using the rifle as nothing else but human shields just allow the bazooka to get closer there. Feels a bit bonkers to me. I mean, I kind of see the logic, obviously, but even then, it still feels a bit extreme.
The ability is ready for use.
Enforcing healing, scouts heading eastwards, grabbing the victory point there with the grenadiers. Motor pool for Noob. Yeah, he's, I think at this point, going for anti-tank guns. Just have something with a bit more distance here to punch for all these flak panzers. He does have more fuel now, so he can actually make it work. There's the fuel for the motor pool. And could theoretically then follow up with more EC8s, but I imagine his priority is going to be going for a lot of anti-tank and to just deal with this. So he's trying to deal with this. Obviously then requires doesn't get like in his anti-tank into a run, otherwise these flak panzers will quickly clear them out anyways. But if you can, like, you know, set up a good screen and keep the flanks of the anti-tankers clear, he can probably just rape these flak panzers quite effectively. There we go, anti-tank guns for Noob. First one there of, I imagine, several. Bit of skirmishing here, closing in the grenadier swift against rifle squad. Could pop a grenade here. Oh, he's going for Chaffies.
We have command points awaiting use.
I mean, he has gone for armored, of course. He does have war machine, so theoretically Chaffies does also make sense. There's certainly cheaper manpower-wise, and of course doesn't need that much fuel, so he can, you know, build up a swarm of Chaffies. I mean, that is an option. It is definitely an option. Got one squad here covering the northern victory point center, falling to the Americans. We got set just busy fixing up his flak panzers before committing to the next assault there. First Chaffee done. Could soon build a second one. There we go, another Chaffee on the way there for Noob. German assault troops leading the assault here for the hill. For the Villa there, flak panzers falling up here. Got Bazooka teams doing what they can here. Until they can't do much more and just withdraw here.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Honestly, I think flak panzers running around just firing that many hundreds and thousands of rounds there might actually create some logistical issues. This was an actual battle. Like, I'm pretty sure at this point they'd have to, like, you know, wait for a train load of fresh ammunition before they could use them again. There you go, double Chaffee's ready. And again, with these numbers, he could probably, like, overwhelm once more Z, because he's only got one mod against this many armored units. That could quickly be a collapse. He's being really cheeky. He's using the rifleman as bait, and Zed is taking the bait, hook, line, and sinker. He's drawing him into like a really narrow spot. Becomes harder for the flak panzer to escape. I think his Zed realizes what's happening, but now it could be too late. Chaffies are ramming here, engaging with the guns. He's to block. We also got the EC8 moving in here. Hands are fast off. But then he's getting mauled here. Route squad needs to withdraw. And that could have been a bit better executed, but I do like the idea. I do like the attempt here. Zed was clearly not ready for that. I think he realized his mistake and was just narrowly able to pull out there just in time before Noob was able to close the trap fully. Had it been a bit more aggressively timed, I think he could have made it work. At this point, I do think Zed might want to, like, you know, set up for like a Tiger tank with just anything else and just more flak panzers, because Noob at this point is clearly, like, you know, just zoomed in on countering this. Bringing up the anti-tank guns. Black Panther rolling in, and again, just so many shots being fired. I mean, good God! There you go, Chaffee's rifle squad. He forgot about it. Oh, the unit selection, they betrayed me. Going in, they prioritizing the martyr makes sense. Panther fast off here. One Chaffee down. Got the martyr though. Another Chaffee down. Just the thousands of bullets that actually get some shot through. Anti-tanking out for Noob. Bazooka team's moving in.
Tank destroyer.
Another martyr ready here out of Zed. Almost got one of the flak panzers again. Got it.
Crew not responding.
Small win there for Zed. Small win, but that's about it. Almost got the Pioneers. Good lord, so much strawberry jam. It's like Paddington went on a bender. Another anti-tank and on the way for Noob.
And now, sector overrun.
Northern point receives the rifle squad.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Scouts are quickly detecting the enemy and detecting that they need to get out of there before they join all the other strawberry jam. More Chaffies though for Noob. At this point I do feel like the Chaffies, I mean, they're not useless, but he definitely needs to be a bit more careful with them then. Like, you can't rely on them just tanking shots, basically. Simply Sherman EC-8 there, of course. Brad Pitt holding strong against a Flak Panzer menace. And we got the Starstorm joining in.
Pioneers are reporting the enemy has taken a victory point.
Pick up the EC-8 engaging the Starstorm. Anti-tank guns inching ahead here. And we got some grenadiers on the southern point here. Chaffee is almost ready here. Flak Panzer's slightly withdrawing. He obviously playing it a bit safe. Chaffee ready. The Zuka team advancing. Fight continues at a slower pace here. And there goes Starstorm slowly pushed back here. Bit of a Zuka fight. Got that southern victory point. And we also got the northern point being fit, but that's just for a Pioneer squad. Ace EC, they're ready. That's definitely pretty good there for Noob, as long as it doesn't lose it. And there you go, anti-tank is going to hit the Armada feet. 250 points left. North here, Pioneers, push back here. East, rifle squad there. There's more problems there for Zed's infantry. Well, what's little is left of it. Got that M24 Chaffee light tank rolling ahead. Grenadiers as the scouts. Chaffee moving in.
Victory point is under
In fact, the gun on the Chaffee was, at least on paper, supposed to be sort of equivalent to the Sherman's gun there in terms of effectiveness, the 75mm gun that is. So having a light tank like that, having the gun of a Sherman might be a bit tough to balance in game. It's a little fun fact there. Another Flak Panzer out there. Set is a not for Flak Panzers. Lines being laid down, anti-tanks repositioned, Bazooka team carrying the center here. That'll definitely suffer the full brunt here of the infant assault out of Z. Flak Panzers on the move. Bazooka fire, anti-tank on fire here.
We are down to 200 points.
Got one Flak Panzer here, anti-tank is laying down, heavy fire there. Almost got a Flak Panzer there, got Bazooka team in the center being overwhelmed here, another Flak Panzer down. Bazooka team shredded here. Another Flak Panzer down, anti-tank and crews are getting, well, shredded. Almost got another Flak Panzer. Got it. Losses, though, on both sides are immense. Good lord. Anti-tank grenades on the Marder. Chaffee could swing in after it. EC-8 ace there. Brad Pitt goes for the Flak Panzers. Chaffee meanwhile descending upon the Marder here. More explosions, more casualties. What an absolutely insane battle here. In the end, though, Noob perseveres. With Z having nothing really left at this point. It just all went up on this hill. Good God. Just burning tanks and strawberry jam as far as the eyes can see. And another easy 8 out here just to further, I think, cement Noob's victory here, just in case Z has any funny ideas there. He's going for a Marder, which at this point feels a bit optimistic.
Marder tank destroyer is ready for combat. Marder eager for orders.
Noob definitely a bit in shock here, and I can't fault him. Cannot fault him for that. Definitely a bit bonkers what happened here. This was definitely a type of all-in strategy committed to by Z, but again, once Noob basically was able to survive for long enough and bring in the counters, it does kind of fall apart there. That's kind of the thing about these strategies. They need to win fast, because again, if they get into drawn out, you know, fight, they really do not perform well. Just need to be careful. Put flank around with the EC8, catch the Marder from the rear, knock it out easily. Got into same up. He's moving in from the front again. I feel like he should have been aiming from this angle. I think that'd been much more devastating for Zed in a number of ways. More Marders for Zed. Even his infantry is getting crushed here by the armored fist of democracy. 100 points, in fact, less than that here for Zed. Noob is at 79 still here. Starstorm squad could get wiped out. That would be pretty bad. Well, I mean, not as bad as losing 6 Wirbelwinds in one push, but, you know, pretty bad for the current circumstances. And there you go, about to lose a Marder again. Down it goes. And there you go, Zed concedes. GG, game over, and absolutely crazy and bloody battle there with heavy casualties on both sides. I mean, he lost like over 170 there. That's crazy, honestly. What a weird fight. But there you go, again, sort of aggro strategy there out of Zed. Early game again, really got control there, but really heavily committed to one thing. Didn't, like, you know, plan for like any other eventualities that just put him out adapt and, like, you know, prepare. At which point, you know, then, you know, once Noob did prepare, and, you know, well, prepare, but, you know, managed to, like, you know, adapt and, like, you know, buy some time, some breathing space, he was able to, like, you know, turn the game there on Zed and crush his strategy. So, hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. This is Improving. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.